Far too often, voices and stories of people of color and those representing marginalized communities are left out of vital decisions that impact their rights to measurable justice, especially in times like right now of uncertainty, when those that may be most impacted are vulnerable communities. Hi, my name is Mimi Stiles, and I'm the president of a nationally recognized and award-winning nonprofit, research and data activism nonprofit called Measure. Through community storytelling and participatory action research, Measure works to use education and to empower our community to eliminate social disparities. At Measure, we know that numbers don't lie and that they can be used to disrupt. And when used effectively, communities and institutions that serve them can together create equitable solutions, better laws, community-informed programs. We are Black woman run. We are Black woman created, and we are the best kind of people that can serve our people. We use the CARE model for change. Informed by over 400 community members, this process stands for Community Advocacy, Resilience, and Evidence. The model includes space for all community members to participate under one of those categories as they focus on a metric that are impacting people of color. The results of the CARE model include work in providing education to police, activists, techies, researchers through 5 national conferences since 2017. Local action called the Innocence Initiative in partnership with Georgetown University that found that Black girls at the age of 5 years old are looked at as less innocent than white girls. And a data activism class at Houston-Tillotson University that has so far produced 16 new data activists of color and data evaluation access for nonprofits, for 5 different nonprofits. We're trying to change the philanthropy narrative and become a Black woman-run nonprofit that is truly sustainable. So far, we've raised $310,000 in our 2020 budget for this year, but we want to keep going. Raising $700,000 will ensure that Measure can operate at full capacity till 2023. We have an in-demand social solution that is ready to scale through the development of care teams at other HBCUs. And with your support, we can get there. Thank you.
Excellent job. Thank you. This is Christina. So first of all, great mission and focus, especially right now with everything that is going on. I think we're learning a lot about community readiness and lack thereof just with the resources. So I have a question for you just around building and scaling your team, because it sounds like, you know, the core to your business is the CARE model and your facilitators that are actually going in the community. So how long does it take you to actually train a facilitator? And then how are you keeping consistent your brand promise and the experience that communities have working with your team?
That's a great question. So what we've done is, so the CARE model just started as an idea. Matter of fact, in Starbucks, all great ideas start in Starbucks, right? And so what we did was that we gave over this vision to 2 brilliant Black women who are researchers, Dr. Dee Miller, I just want to give them their credit, and also Paulette Blanc. And they were able to create a blueprint for the CARE model. And so then that blueprint went, you know, again, it was informed by 4 different meetings of over 100 people apiece. That blueprint has been funded by St. David's Foundation. And what we've been able to do is have classes and trainings for what we call our Measure educators. Those trainings usually last 4 hours. And then after that 4 hours, they literally have this blueprint that they can go into school districts or, for instance, the police department and go through our Measure care process. So 4 hours in short is our training process. But we're very, very highly selective about who are our Measure educators. They're people that have worked in the community for a very long time, have lived experience, and are and have the academic background as well.
And the other thing I want to note, and this is really for Shelley and Black Girl Ventures, that typically you don't see nonprofits in some of these pitch competitions. And just because you're a nonprofit doesn't mean that you're not making money. And so I just want to say, again, kudos to Black Girl Ventures for including nonprofits in this. For you right now, what is your biggest need in terms of growth and scale? And so, the money that you potentially could get donated through this process, what will you use it for, and what's your biggest need right now?
My biggest need right now is to bring on a full-time development person. So if I get that funding, I think it's incredibly important for sustainability. Most people understand that when you are in this nonprofit world, your life kind of depends on your yearly funding. So we've been super lucky at Measure to have a lot of community support. Even churches locally have seen the work that we're doing, and they have given and given and given. But there's nothing like having a truly knowledledgeable person that can help us scale through development. And so that would be my very first go-to, is to hire on, her name is Rocky. We call her our Chief of Empowerment. And she's completely volunteer, but we would love to keep her on as a full-time employee.
Sylvie, do you have any questions?
Have you considered commercial partnerships? There may be some private organizations that might want to, amp up their brand in supporting community and nonprofits. And I think yours could be one that could be attractive. Have you considered, partnering with, commercial entities or businesses?
Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, our Big Data Community Policing Conference, it's now a global conference. We were able to partner with tech companies that are interested in disruptive technology that also takes an account of an officer's implicit bias. And so we were able, for the last few years, it's really been the wind beneath that conference's wings, is our partnerships with bigger tech companies. We also understand that so many tech companies right now are interested in this funnel and pipeline of Black and brown techies. And our class at Houston-Tillotson University, shout out to HBCUs, we're producing Black and brown kids students that are interested in technology. And so we've also partnered with local tech companies here in Austin. I feel like that gives us our biggest advantage, because we are quickly becoming the new Silicon Valley here. And so people are getting to know us. Some of the biggest tech companies, matter of fact, all of the biggest tech companies in Austin have reached out to me personally about partnerships. And so now, again, having that person that does development, myself, I feel like that would be such a powerful movement in helping to solidify that pipeline. Thank you. Thank you.